Hey students, in this lesson we're going to be learning how to factorize the difference of two squares. So to get started, put on your headphones and let's zone in. Now for example, let's say we have x squared minus 25. Now this is a difference of two squares. As we can see, the x is being squared and 25 is also a squared number. Now the method that we're going to apply, remember, only works for difference of two squares. Now let's move to the first step. The first step is we form two brackets, 1 and 2. In each of these brackets, one will have a plus sign, the other one will have a minus sign. That's the end of step 1. The second step is the two terms that will be in here will be the exact same as the two terms in here. Now, what are those two terms? Those two terms are just the square root of your two terms in the question. So let's go ahead and square root both of these. The square root of x squared gives us x. So that's going to be our first term. The square root of 25 gives us 5. So that will be our second term. And as we said previously, these two terms are just going to repeat in the second bracket. So we'll have x and 5 over here. And the only difference between both of these brackets is the difference in sign. We have a plus and we have a minus. And it's as simple as that. Let's do another walkthrough question. In this question, let's say we have 9x squared minus 16. Let's go through our two same steps again. The first step, let's put our two brackets, one with a plus, one with a minus. Two brackets, one with a plus, and one with a minus. The second step is to square root both the terms in our question to get the two terms in the bracket. So the square root of 9x squared will give us 3x, and the square root of 16 will give us 4. And these two terms will repeat in the other bracket as well. 3x and 4. And that is your difference of two squares factorized. Have a go now at doing some of these practice questions on your own using the exact same two steps. See you on the other side. Hopefully you had an attempt at both of those questions. Let's go through these together. So let's start with question number 1 here on the left-hand side. Let's use our two same steps. First of all, this is a difference of two squares. So we're going to use our two steps, first being putting in our two brackets, one with a plus, one with a minus. That's step 1. Step 2 is all we need to do is square root both of these terms to give us our two terms in the bracket here and here. So square rooting x squared gives us x, square rooting 49 gives us 7. And these two terms will repeat in the other bracket as well. And that is that factorized. Let's move to the second question. Again, this is a difference of two squares. So we're going to use our two same steps again. The first step being putting in our two brackets, one with a plus, one with a minus. And then our second step is we square root both of these terms to give us the two terms inside the bracket. Square rooting 4x squared gives us 2x. Square rooting 1 gives us, well, 1. And these two terms are going to repeat in the other bracket. Now before we wrap up, let's do one last question that's a little bit different from the others. Something that looks like this. X plus 1 in brackets squared minus 16. Now again, this is also a difference of two squares because x plus 1 is being squared and 16 is a squared number. So we use the exact same approach. First step, put in your two sets of brackets, one with a plus, one with a minus. Your second step is to square root both the terms in your question. Now, square rooting x plus 1 squared, well, that just cancels out the square roots and the square. So that will give you x plus 1 over here. Next, square root of 16 gives you 4. And now these two terms are going to repeat in your other bracket, x plus 1 and 4. Now, obviously, this can be simplified a little bit further. So let's go ahead and do that. We have, first of all, x plus 1 plus 4. That is x plus 5. After this, in our second bracket, we have x plus 1 minus 4. So that will be x minus 3. And that is our difference of two squares simplified and factorized. Hope this video gave you an easy two-step guide on how to factorize the difference of two squares. And if it did, leave us a comment in the comments down below. This is Alex from Mizu Education signing off for now. Stay sharp.